think I found a okay camera setup now. Better lighting and I guess better than all the things beforehand in my room and in the garage, I would say so. Got a shirt on now. TCOCRJR, The Chronicles of Charles Robinson Jr. I get the feeling all the time now that I just want to restart. I think it's around 10, 11 o'clock. Tomorrow I'm going to be going out with Marine Corps recruiters, helping them out so I can go in as a private first class. That way I'll have more money and all this other stuff. Try and help out my future. Past 250 days or so, I've been dealing with the consequences of my actions. Not those of anyone else or anything like that in particular. Those of effervescent greed, I would definitely say. Unbounded retardation. Yeah. That's a real descriptive word for me in particular. A lot of people that I meet every day when I'm showing up for a lot of things while trying to get back in, or more like waiting for my waiver to get approved in the Marine Corps. They ask me how I ended up in this situation. And I say it's because I stole peanut butter. And I would say, yeah, it is because of that, but I would like to say that it's deeper than just peanut butter. But it's funny and also so unbelievably ridiculous to hear. There's a lot of things that went on with that in particular. And a lot of things that I want to blame it on. The whole situation reminds me of a song that I like to listen to kind of often at this point in time, which would be Hollow by Godsmack. And I think a specific lyric goes, I needed someone to blame, or something in particular. Either way, it would really describe my situation at this point in time. But most of all, the thing that I think of at this point in time would be my need to not talk to someone, but I would say that, but talk with someone. Someone that I guess understands me. But I feel like it's so selfish a thing. Not too long ago, I found this one girl that was, or is, I think, still signing up for the Marine Corps. She needed tutorials. One of my Marine recruiters called her like a project girl or something. Her gosh darn ASVAB was like ridiculously low. I think I was able to help her, but like the whole time we were just talking with each other really. And just the day before and the day of, in particular, we talked a lot, like a lot. And in those 2 days, we got really close with each other and everything. And I would say that I pushed that opportunity, speak of it so objectively, I would say. I don't know if vindictive would be a good word for that situation, but it sounds like it would be. Yeah. I pushed her away, in particular, by, I don't know, being too hype about it, just putting too much emotion into it. I guess acting like a child. I don't know. I feel I do that with everything, every situation. Or I do the exact opposite. And kind of like with YouTube in particular, something that I feel very strongly about. I'll say that. I'll try to stay as unbiased as possible. Yeah, I feel very strongly about it. Yeah, I asked her, like, we were talking a lot, and something she bring up, or I bring up, was like the movie Obsession. You know, it's a whole big social media thing, maybe like a week ago or so. And asked her if she watched it. She hadn't. And I like tried to stay cool and be like, oh, you want to go into AMC movies with me? Blah, blah, blah. And she said, yeah. And, you know, how I have done and up to that point hadn't learned was that I just really get overwhelming with a lot of things. Now, I would say it was less so, and also circumstance. Having my phone was like absolutely destroyed at that point. Like, I think it was like leaking oil or something. It was like ridiculous and so ironic of a situation. But I went so far as to, I wrote like a letter and handmade a flower. Yeah. And I drove to her house and I gave her that. And it wasn't particularly awkward, but I think the point was when I tried to talk to her after, blah, blah, blah. Then waited till the day of. And I had, like, I don't know, talked to her so much, or tried talking to her, that I think I pushed her away. But I was trying my best to, like, keep myself back and try to justify it, saying that I had so little time, because I also thought that I was going to be leaving for boot camp that week. I think that was 2 weeks ago, maybe. Yeah, just about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, I had I would suppose, date set up and everything, and by the time I came around, she said she couldn't do it. She was super busy and all this other stuff, and her dad wouldn't approve and a bunch of other stuff. And I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing and saying, just tell me the truth. I would rather it. I mean, maybe if I reeled back and just let it be, it might have been different. But if I were to be realistic with myself, I already pushed it too far by that point. I mean, by the first, I guess, interaction, I could really tell that she was uncomfortable. And I just kept going, I guess. I don't know. I didn't know particularly how to feel. I guess I was blinded by... I'm looking for a word that flows with the sentence that I'm saying, but is descriptive of non-experience, I guess. Or inexperience. Yeah. Inexperience. But my inexperience in such situations really highlighted, or was really the main driving factor in just about everything there. Better lighting, I guess. Maybe not. No. That was good. Whatever. Forgot what I was thinking. Whole situation just reminds me of everything that I have put myself through. I will say that. And it reminds me of like the entirety of boot camp. In a way, I guess. I don't know. I just put my all into it, or do too much. Well, I don't know. It was a whole different situation, but I'm just trying to justify it. Always been trying to justify it to myself. Then constantly hearing from people what their opinions are on it. Yeah, that's something that I absolutely despise. And I feel a lot of people in my generation despise hearing other people's opinions on what they do and all that other stuff. But I don't know. The whole situation, it set me a whole fucking year back, dog. 19, turned 19 June 28th. Didn't even really want to celebrate it, because it just felt fucking sorry as fuck, especially in that entire situation. Fucking not even really on my fucking athletic shit, especially like I used to when other people were on my shit, besides myself. Talk so highly of myself, or I did do so beforehand, especially when I really felt the struggle, I guess. But now there is no struggle. I'm just stuck in purgatory. I'm stuck in limbo. Though I do think I'll be out of it very soon. Hopefully by August 17th or 18th, technically. Again, like last year was the time that I left. Or the soonest it would be August 24th. Which I definitely wouldn't. What's today? Well, that's over now. Yep. Tomorrow's up. Yeah. Cool. I can't even really blame it on anything. Just not caring. Yeah. I don't know. The only person that I'm really confident in would technically be myself. I speak all these thoughts all the time. And the only way that I can really get through that would be to find, I guess, a person that really would care, to know the inside of you, you know? And I feel like that's the main driving factor of who I am as a person. Not just the exterior, but really the interior. But it's hard to do so without a person taking 2 looks at you looking weird. Yeah. Soon I'll learn. Soon I'll fucking learn. It's just hard to come to the realization, I guess. No, I wouldn't say that. It's definitely easy to do so. But it's like, I don't know. Reality is like its own different thing. Like you really don't feel it. Especially then when I was talking about with that girl, giving her tutorials and everything just flourished so well. We like really, I guess, got close and everything, and she was like laughing. I don't know. And I guess she did this one thing where her hands were on my arm right here, and I was doing this whole thing trying to give tutorials, acting all cool. But laid her forehead right there. And I wouldn't say it felt surreal, but at that moment, I knew that when I look back on this, it's gonna feel completely differently. Because at that moment, I really didn't feel anything at all. But now every time I think about it, it's just someone that I lost in particular. And it just reminds me of the fact that I really, really want to restart. I really do. Not in like I might even do that. No, I'm not going to say that because that's going to probably get the video taken down. And I want my thoughts to be out there so someone else could possibly find what I feel to be true. Fucking, what's their name, boys? You know, they made a pact. If they don't turn, or if they don't become famous before a certain age, they'll do, you know what? Somebody will understand what I'm saying. Yeah, that's how I feel with a ton of things in particular. I want to be a multi-millionaire before the age of 21, and I'm already 19. Trying to start my own thing with my GoFundMe to fund a social community app. I'm not even gonna say political in particular. I don't even want this video to be like what is it? What do you call it? A commercial? A commercial? Do they call them commercials anymore? I don't know. I might put the link to the GoFundMe. The GoFundMe has all of the entire description of what I'm trying to fund. If one were to find interest in that. But regardless, I don't know how to feel. The entire thing, I just watched Inception, and it made me think of something in particular. When the old guy says, who are you to tell them what is and isn't real? Something like that. And it made me think, I mean, if I lived inside of a dream, had everything I ever wanted, all the fantasies and all the enjoyment in life and the what is it? The pleasure that you would find in something that everyone craves to find true fulfillment. But I knew the entire thing wasn't real at all. Would I stay there? I mean, that's a question that I really want to ask. But I don't know. And I also feel like it would be torturous. I don't know. And it just keeps circling back to the one question or the one statement that I would say that I have. Not to discredit any of the people who brought me up or anything, but it just reminds me of the feeling that I could do better as a parent, that I could wait until a certain age, that I could be a better role model. But it just reminds me of the idea that I want to restart. I find it so hard to think a lot of times. And a lot of times the thinking keeps me awake. It's just so hypocritical. The one thing that I hate, the one trait that I hate the most out of any person, out of any thought, any being, any creature, is hypocriticism. The truth is, I'm the biggest goddamn hypocrite of them all. Hard pill to swallow. Maybe not for me. I don't know. I don't want to sound like a narcissist, or very big-headed in particular. Egotistical. That's the word. Egotistical. Yeah, I don't want to sound egotistical at all, but I feel like my mind is too open. I don't know. Like one video that I've seen in particular talks about a person that has different levels of thinking, and one who thinks about the thoughts of others that think about thoughts of others, blah, blah, blah. And it goes a bigger and bigger and bigger circle. And there's like super self-aware. I don't know what to think of that, but I would more say to describe the mental battlefield environment. Biome. Biome? Mental biome. Mental environment. God damn it. There's definitely a word that okay. Mental environment. I guess it sounds so weird that I'm in at this point in time, but it would more so be the idea that I am completely lost. though there's always this bright light, this thing instilled inside of me ever since goddamn high school track, running the 400s. I don't know. That's one thing that I remember the most of all. Like, everything is like the 400. I don't know. Something that I say to myself. But it's just like that there's always hope in the end. I just want to leave it at that.